Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Atiqa Alma Khairunisa. So here I want to tell you about the how does COVID-19 pandemic affected my life. The first time I heard the news about the COVID-19 pandemic in Wuhan, China, I thought this virus wouldn't spread to Indonesia because for 2 months since January, Wuhan, China is attacked by this virus and many countries were also affected by this coronavirus, but Indonesia is okay, so I think Indonesia will be safe. But it turns out after I went to college for 2 weeks in March, Indonesia was shocked by the news of two residents were stricken with this pandemic virus, and it was very surprising. After Indonesia also affected, all activities outside the home are prohibited, like study, working, worship, and etc. And the result is my lecture dismissed student and lecture continued by online lectures. And I was always given many assignment and subject matter from the lecturer. And I was initially excited because while I do my college, I could do other activities at home like helping my parents, studying at my room, watching movie, and playing the game and everything I had never done before at home. But sometimes online lecture make me feel bored and I want to meet with my friends on campus and lecture together, but now I have to study from home because this virus many victims were affected. Actually, I always have a way to not get bored at home. I was always look for a busy schedule like sports at home, cooking, sewing clothes, and playing with my cat. And my cat is my mood booster, and that's what makes me not bored at home. And finally, my campus announced that online lectures for a month off. And I was very happy because it was close together with during the month of Ramadan, but this year, the month of Ramadan is very different because Tarawih, which is usually done in the mosque without health protocol, this year Tarawih allowed to do in the mosque with health protocol. So we have to be 1 meter away from other people and even encouraged to Tarawih at home. So I chose to Tarawih at home with my family because we prefer to stay at home so that victims of this virus don't increase. And Ramadan this year, people are prohibited from going home because people going home can be carrier of this virus when it reaches. So my destination and my family have to postpone our homecoming in this year. After I pray it, I visited my grandmother's house. So before we enter the house, we must be wash our hands just for prevention. And we met the relative at there. Only a few members gather because my family also out of town and couldn't return to Medan. And this year, Eid Mubarak is very different the way I celebrate it with my family. Until today, the victims of the virus continue to grow, and even Indonesia is one of the countries with the most pandemic case in Asia. Actually, the government has made the regulation for us to stay at home, but some people ignore the regulation, even because there is a new normal, but this virus is still out of there and it makes more and more victims. Even though there are still many who are recovering, but I think the government should take wise steps to reduce the pandemic because of this new normal state. Instead we are ignoring all of that. Out there are doctors and nurses who are fighting for of the victim of this virus, and they deserve to be appreciated by the government, and they are front guard in this case. So we as community should help them by staying at home and going outside if only a need urgent. If you think you need a vacation and want to hang out with your friends, you should think they also need a vacation but they can't, because they have to fight to cure the victim of this virus. So that's all my opinion, and thanks for your attention and see you.